Good evening and welcome to v8sonline's live broadcast of this truck series brought to you by our friends at Sim Instruments. We're up to round 5 this week, coming from Canadian Tire Motorsport Park. And with me in the commentary box I've got Des Hallam. How are you, Des?
Sorry there. G'day there, Clayton.
You're all right,
Good
mate?
to be with you, mate. Sorry about that.
I turned around, mate. You weren't there. I didn't know what was happening.
Just a late start for me. Sorry. Yeah, we're here at Canadian Tire Motorsports Park. A bit of road action for these oval guys tonight.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. First time we've been on the road for this series, and probably thrown a bit of a cat amongst the pigeons with a few of the drivers used to turning left. They have to turn right.
Yeah, that's it. Should be good. Times at the moment for qualifying are pretty close and everything, but yeah, it should be good to see who turns up or who throws a road expert in their car.
Waiting to get into the session at the moment.
Might run through some championship points there from last round at Bristol Motor Speedway.
Yeah, mate. The championship at the moment stands. Nathan Britton's got the lead ahead of teammate Timothy Jackson and Simon Walker, with Tony Autridge in 4th, Mitch Abrahall 5th, Wayne Burks in 6th, Sam Ann Clark is in 7th, Luke Betts 8th, 9th is Todd Galvin, 10th Jason Martin, 11th Jake Blackhall, 12th is Chris Brooks, Wayne Anderson in 13th, Michael Schreier 14th, Timmy Foltz in 15th, Reece Gardner in 16th, our man Jay Kennedy is in 17th, Paul Courage 18th, Jason Scandala in 19th, and Andrew Wren rounding out the top 20.
Yeah, quite a, what I'd say is quite a tight battle at the front there, with the Powerbomb guys there taking a stranglehold at this early stage. But I think the man there to watch will be Stephen Clark. He's sitting in centre with a round in hand at the moment, with missing round 2. So could be good once drop weeks come into it.
Yeah, no, he's certainly looking good, sitting in 7th. We've got the Powerbomb Racing guys pretty much locking out the top 3 at the moment, so they'll be obviously pretty happy with the whole team performance in general so far.
Well, we might see if we can get Sandman on the line and see if he won't take us through a lap for us. Sandman, you got a sec?
G'day boys, yeah, got you loud and clear. I've actually just started a lap. She's got me on camera at the moment, but yeah, great little racetrack here at Motorsport. Sensational to be here. It's different, certainly, to be here for a road course other than an oval, which we're more used to.
Yeah, these trucks, I'd say they're a fair bit of fun to run around this undulating circuit.
Yeah, certainly different to drive. A lot of people out there probably used to driving road cars, maybe like V8 supercars and stuff like that. Certainly a different beast to drive. The tyres are completely different, and but a lot of fun, to say the least. So yeah, I think it's going to be a good race, but some pretty quick boys in this session.
You're obviously very skilled in the V8 there, Sam, and raced on this track quite a few times, I'd imagine. Has that helped you prepare for this week?
Oh, I think track knowledge has helped a little bit, but it certainly is a different kettle of fish. You know, when you throw in the fact that we're racing the truck around here, so completely different to a V8 supercar, but yeah, but good fun.
All right. Well, do you want to try and, with the time that we got left, just show us a bit of this track for us?
No worries. Well, this is coming on to the start-finish straight. Second gear out of here. Hard on the power. Use the ripple strip. Up to third as you cross the line. Now you can leave it in third or fourth up here. It just depends. Or a bit of concentration there. Missed my apex there, but that's all good. Leave it in third. Hard on the brakes here. You want to try and get it turned in, not get too crossed up like I just did. As soon as you see the grass on the left there, just punch it up to fourth, back to second. Hard on the brakes for the right-hander. And the truck really wants to push out wide here, so hard on the throttle as early as you can, up to third, and you'll leave it in third for this downhill section. Just got to be careful. The understeer here really creeps in pretty quick. Back to second. Then when the car's ready, get to first. Turn it in early as you can on the throttle, and you'll carry this speed all the way down this straight. So it's third gear there. Looking for fourth at the crest of the hill here. And then it's back down a gear, hard on the brakes for this right-hander. Back to third. Try to keep the car in as tight as you can without the understeer keeping in. Back to second. And this is the last right-hander before the front straight. Leave it in second. And missed out. But there you go. That's a lap of Motorsport.
Lovely to see, mate. Have you had any practice for race lengths with the tyres and everything? What can we expect?
Yeah, I did the earlier race. That was good. The car or the truck, it feels good for the first couple of laps, but the tyres normalise pretty quick. But if you abuse the fronts, the understeer creeps in really fast. So you've got to be careful, look after the fronts. But it's certainly interesting. They handle a lot better than I actually thought they would on a road course. So it's good to see.
All right, great stuff. We might let you go, and we might jump into the grids. Good luck with the race, mate.
Cheers, fellas. Have a good call.
Thanks, mate. Yeah, we've got the grid up. Pateri Codavara has been driving V8s for quite a while. He's jumped into the truck. He's got third pole position ahead of Jason Mizzy. Wayne Burke's got third position. Sandman's got fourth. Mitch Averill in fifth. Chris Tarrant in sixth. David Bernard in seventh. Nathan Britton eighth. Andrew Wren ninth. And Michael Schreier 10th. And just jumping over the page,
we've got Jay Kennedy jumping into the grid. Alex Dwork, Justin Laxton, Jake Blackhall, Jason Hardman, Matthew Scott and Scott Griffiths, all without a qualifying time.
good to see Jay Kennedy up in the race tonight.
Yeah, he's been working hard at it. Director, have we done a race preview yet, mate? We might get a race preview up then for the folks at home.
We got the, where are we? Bowmanville, Canada. Altitude of 339 metres, pit lane speed of 56 k an hour, 10 turns to this track, 15 laps for the race.
Yeah, the track length's just under 4Ks. And yeah.
I can tell you we got a beautiful 26 degrees, nice and sunny out there today. Track temp of 40 degrees.
Yep, and not too bad a strength of field there with 2,376 for the drivers, so could be good. They're coming up to the last set of corners, so
the strength of fields are really starting to rise in this series, which is good.
Bit different for us, not the road courses should be fun, guys. Couldn't see as many cautions tonight either. We'll see, what do you reckon?
He's hoping, mate. It's been a bit of a caution fest the first 4 rounds, but yeah, I don't believe we had the cautions on the road when we're on the road, so should be straight out 15 laps. Right? They come around the last corner now.
They've taken the green.
Yep, so they'll barrel down into turn 1.
Wayne Burke looking, yep, he's jumped into third there. Well, they're still side by side for 6th. Come around this treacherous turn 2. Looks like we're all now single file, so drivers
Good
will
to
just...
see. I was going to say it's good to see Dave Bernard in the race tonight as well.
Yeah, Bernard, he's a bit of a truck regular. You'll see him on iRacing in the trucks all the time, so hopefully he can join us for a few more races.
We're all just single file getting through this first lap cleanly at the moment. Jake Blackhall's just got past Axel Dworak, I think it is.
Alright, man, Scott Griffiths there having a bit of drama there with Justin Laxton. Just have a look. Laxton's ping is actually at 508. He's from the Midwest, so...
Yeah, he's internet struggling to keep up with the Australian servers at the moment.
Like Cotavara is sort of looking to check out early. Trying to shove a half a second gap to Mizzy, who's got Wayne.
Got David Bernard into that fence really hard at turn 3.
We'll go back to the race recall replay. There's he just gets wide coming out at 2 and just a passenger really after that.
Yeah, once you touch that grass, it's all over, isn't he? Absolutely no control as he just backs it into the fence, into the tyre barrier.
See if he's got a meatball, if he has to go into the pits next time round, or whether that'll be race done for him or not.
He is keeping up with Matt Scott and Justin Laxton when he's on the track, because he's still blinking quite a bit.
Yeah, the top 3 have just sort of separated by 7/10 of a second sort of for each. We can check out on Apple Hall there.
Chris Tarrant's all over the back of Sandman at the moment. He's really applying the pressure to the back of that Coca-Cola Zero car.
Yeah, the direct clutch services driver, I think this is his first race. Probably his first race in a while, really.
Yeah.
In the broadcast. Used to be a V8 regular, but jumped over to the trucks now, so...
Yeah, it's good to see Chris out there. I know he's got some new hardware at home for his rig and putting it through his paces at the moment. It was good to see him back on track.
We've actually got Nathan Britton sitting in behind him, the what do you call maybe more of an oval driver. See if he can just hold with them and then learn a few things off these two. Yeah, Chris is moving around in those mirrors.
Yeah, he's really letting the Sandman know he's there. He's I don't think he's going to let him check out at all here. Wayne Burke's all over the back of Jason Mizzy up there for fighting for second spot at the moment. Oh, Mizzy gets really loose off turn 1.
It's interesting to note that these trucks are actually not coping with the bumps of this circuit as much as you would in the road cars. So the trucks can get mighty squirrely off these turns, and
yeah, and they do adjust suspension and everything for these road courses, but in essence they're not designed for the road course, so they are quite difficult to get around, especially this fixed series. There's been quite a few drivers complaining about the series this week, so complaining about the setup this week, so yeah, some of the drivers have struggled a little bit with it.
Yeah, even iRacing has come out in the forum saying that they don't know what's happened. If it's meant to be the specific set for this track, but they're just using the road basic at the moment, so nonetheless, every driver has the same equipment, so
That's it. That's the good thing about this series. I think everyone's got the exact same thing underneath them. It comes down to driver talent.
we've had our first retirement of the race. David Bednard damages too much, so he's parked the truck and we'll haul it off to the next race.
Yeah, I say he would have suffered a bit too much damage for that accident at turn 3.
Oh, we got Chris around in turn 2.
Oh yeah, and he scraped along the wall pretty hard there too.
Unfortunate. Like he's copped a bit of contact there from the driver behind.
Yeah, Nathan Britton got a little bit up in the inside, not far enough up the inside though to make the move stick, and it's obviously sent Chris straight out into the weeds.
Yeah, definitely with just no awareness of the corner there. Thought he's had his opportunity, stuck it on the inside, and unfortunately he's ruined someone's race. So
I'd tell you, turn 2 is probably one of the hardest corners in iRacing to get right when you're on your own, let alone with someone trying to stick it up the inside. It's off camber, downhill, very fast corner. It's pretty for sure.
No, it definitely needs a clean head of racing and some wires to get through there. Hopefully Chris isn't too much damaged and he can continue on. And so we've got Wayne Burke now in second.
Oh, we've got Jake Blackhall around, just pulled it up. He's been off the track for about 2 corners. He pulled up just before the end of the last corner.
Gone to a replay of it. Coming into the last set of corners and just goes wide, unfortunately. He did slow down and let all the drivers pass, so...
Yeah, no, he's very conscious of his re-entry, which is good.
Gonna try and feed back my own feed here and see what's happened to Mizzy. I think something's happened and allowed Burke to get past.
Got Jason Hardman applying the blowtorch to the backs of Axel at the moment. Got rolling that draft up the back straight.
They were side by side and Mizzy's sort of gotten into Wayne, so he's just let him by, so great driving.
Axel's gone off at the end of the back straight there. He's able to hold it. He comes back on the track. Jake Blackhall just misses Axel come re-entering the track there. It was pretty close.
We got Michael Schreier, he's starting to apply the pressure back to Britton. Wonder if Britton's got a little bit of damage on that right front after the contact with...
Yeah, I was just thinking the same thing, Des. He certainly seemed to have a little bit more speed earlier on, but Michael Schreier is certainly putting some pressure on him now.
Go back to the battle for second. I think this is going to be a race-on battle, this one. Burke and Mizzy, they can't really separate themselves.
Yeah, I've watched these two guys race quite a bit, and they're both two fantastic drivers. They don't crack easily under pressure, so it should provide some good racing.
Wayne, the ability for him to go from oval to road is unbelievable. Probably one of the best all-rounders I've seen around for a while.
Yeah, he seems to come to grips with any car you throw at him, so which is a good talent to have. I know I certainly don't have it.
Potterbar has been able to skip out to a 3.2 second lead while these guys scrap, so...
Chris Tarrant's caught up to Jason Hardman now. He's looking to make up some positions that he lost earlier. As he gets it up the outside at turn 3, you know, he thinks better of it.
This battle up the front for second is actually allowing Mitchell Abrahall and Denman to just sort of edge away at them. Slowly catching them, so. Just on half the race to go, we could definitely see a decent battle for second here.
Yeah, Mitch Abrahall's doing well in 4th place, usually a V8 regular, but he hasn't been on too much actually. When he raced the V8 Motorsport, he ended up on his roof at one stage, so trying his hand in the trucks.
I think that was the last time we've seen him in the V8, so...
Our fellow commentator Jay Kennedy's up to 8th spot. His ping's just been up a bit with him at the moment, but seems to be normalising now, so hopefully he's okay with that.
I think he's got a big gap to Andrew Wren behind him, 8.9 seconds, so definitely working away at this truck. Got a big train behind though, Wren, with Scott Griffiths, Jason Hardman and Chris Tarrant. Chris is going to look underneath here.
Jason Hardman gives plenty of room. It's good racing from Jason.
Be a drag down the back straight. We'll have the optimal line though.
I think Jason's getting a little bit of the draft off the car in front.
Oh, start.
Yeah.
We'll go back to the battle of the second. It's, yeah, as stated before, this is going to be an identical battle, as you can see with the laps there.
Yeah, there's not much in it between the laps, is there? There's less than a tenth most laps. Also, guys, I think from Monday night, us at v8sonline will be going live on YouTube, not Twitch. So make sure next Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, you tune into the YouTube. It'll be good. I'll be able to lay back on my lounge and watch it live.
Yeah, everyone can watch it on any device they want now. So yeah, from 7:30 Monday, make sure you head over to youtube.com/v8sonline and you'll be able to catch all the info there. Yeah, so check it out. The trucks will be there next week on V8 Online on the YouTube channel and Grandam.
Well, we've got Michael Schreier. He's really applying the blowtorch to the back of Nathan Britton at the moment. Nathan Britton seems to be struggling with the car a little bit at the moment.
Yeah, perhaps there was a bit of product of the environment there. When he had quick guys in front of him, he might have been able to, you know, push his own limits a little bit further, and now with no one there to follow, it's, yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely a scenario. You've got fast guys in front, you can break with them, and it can really help you out.
Great battle here with our own Scott Griffiths and Chris Durant. Oh, he's going to put it up the inside. Scott gets room and he's vulnerable to Hardman there. Scott loses out 2 positions, but good work there by the boys.
They've all kept it clean, which is good to see. I think Chris would fancy his chance at Andrew Wren with only 5 laps to go. Don't worry about 5 laps, you might only need 500 metres here. He's really got that hairpin really well. Andrew Wren struggled for grip.
Andrew's actually got a bit of damage on that right front, so really, Andrew's just giving him the room. Chris has scooped that one up.
Still
Back
got
to our leader.
Terry Kodavaha out in front. He's
4.5 second gap here.
yeah, he's really blitzing the field at the moment, showing his class. I think he used to be a pro driver, didn't he, or he still is on the roadside?
That I couldn't tell you, sorry. I believe he has held a pro driver status. Have a look at his stripes. So he's got the blue stripes on, so I'm going to say he's back down to an A driver. So.
Yeah. Wayne Burke's managed to open up a little bit of a gap over Jason Mizzy at the moment. Probably around about a second in it.
Yeah, just watching this battle, each driver's stronger in a particular part of the track or the corner, so it's very interesting to see where they're gaining time. But, as we say that, Mitchell's actually closing up on him. He's only 1.3 behind Mizzy.
Yeah, we've only 3 laps to go. I don't know if he's going to have enough to catch up and get past, but he certainly might make him sweat a little bit. They see him looming up in the mirrors.
I've just been told in chat that Barry is actually a pro on road, so this will be over licensing.
Oh, yeah.
So my apologies there to Barry.
Easy to get confused with oval cars on a road course.
Yeah.
Sandman having a steady race. He's actually, I've got him showing in position 5, all on his own at the moment. Good solid drive from him. And Jay Kennedy's the one that's really on his own. He's got no one in front for a mile and no one behind him for quite a while. So he's just out there having a Sunday drive at the moment, Jay. But he's in position 8 in the top 10, which is a good result.
Yeah, Jay, he can be there, he can sit down and he can be very consistent when he wants to be. I struggle with that every Saturday night with him, so... Don't forget, people, after this race, we're going straight into the 14th round of heat race to Race Centre's Race to Reality. See which 2 drivers can get their seat in the Race to Reality iRacing final. Drivers hoping in that to go on to have a drive of a real Aussie racing car at the Homebush round at the end of the year, so what to play for.
Yeah, we've got Pateri taking the white flag, so 1 lap to go for all these guys now.
Yeah, just a controlling race. Hasn't put a foot wrong, Kodavaha, so...
No, he got away from the pace car well at the start and hasn't looked back really.
As Mizzy's actually fading on these last few laps, and Abrahall's all over him, so... Can we have a position change for the last spot on the podium?
I'd say Mizzy will just want to get off the hairpin and cover that inside line, and it's really probably one of the only real genuine overtaking spots on this track is the end of the back straight.
We got Andrew Wren sliding back a little bit further. Scott Griffiths has been able to get around him.
He's now on the back straight of the final lap. We'll stick with him for the last half a lap for the run home. No, we won't. We'll go back and have a look at Mitch Abel all over the back of Jason Mizzy. Jason's done exactly what I thought he'd do and covered that inside line at the end of the back straight.
Vara crosses the line. Arming drive there by the driver, so... Wayne Burke.
Yeah, got Sandman coming home in 5th spot. Nathan Britton, he'll hold on to 6 ahead of Michael Schreier.
A little bit further back. Mr. Kennedy bringing home a solid result in 8th.
It was a good recovery by Chris Tarrant too to come home 9th.
Andrew Wren's actually gotten by Jason Hardman and Scott Griffiths, so something happening there. He's going to hold on for 10th with Hardman, Griffiths, 11th and 12th.
Andrew Wren will be pretty happy with that, I think, considering the amount of damage that's on his car.
A limping Jake Blackwell comes across the line. Axel
coming in 14th.
Matthew Scott, 1 lap down, has already finished.
There you have it. It was all over pretty quick without any safety cars. Got Piteri Kodavara taking 1st position. Ahead of Wayne Burke and Jason Mizzi. They had a good battle all race long with Mitch Oberhall catching in towards the end. Sandman a solid result for 5th. Nathan Britton in 6th. Michael Schreier 7th. Jay Kennedy all on his lonesome come home 8th. Good recovery by Chris Tarrant for 9th. Andrew Wren 10th. Jason Hardman 11th. Scott Griffiths 12th. Jake Blackwell 13th. And Axel Dvorak, I think, in 14th. That was the 14 cars on the lead lap, and then you had Justin Laxon and Matthew Scott a lap down, and Dave Bernard had to retire early from that contact with the wall. That's it. That's the round 5 of the Sim Instruments trucks over and done with for another week.
Yeah, first and only road race of the year. We'll be looking forward, I think, getting back to the ovals. We've got our drivers joining us in the commentary box here.
Yeah, Jay Kennedy and Sandman Clark. What do you think of that, guys? Enjoyed that?
Yeah, she was good fun. Made a couple of whoopsies there at a couple of points in the race, but all in all, I'll take a top 5, and pretty impressed with Mr. Kennedy's effort too back there.
Yeah, we touched on that through the race. He must have forgot to put deodorant on or something. No one wanted to get near Jay.
Everyone in front of me just dropped off the track, and everyone behind me just doing something wrong to not catch me. So I'll take it at top 10. I'm happy with that. I'm not overly strong on road courses. I'm much better at going around in circles than turning right. So I'm happy with that.
Definitely well done. And Scotty, you come home in 12th, but it looked like you had a really good battle for most of the race with Andrew Wren and Jason Hardman.
Yeah, I was proud of myself. I've only done about 15 laps around here, and I just jumped in for a bit of fun and found myself in the top split. And yeah, I was proud of myself until the last lap, and I went off and just nudged the fence. It was great fun. I was trying to. I saw Jay in the distance, and I thought, oh, might have a sniff here, but
I was worried about little mistakes.
Couple little mistakes, and it put me off.
So, what's the verdict, guys? More road courses for these oval trucks, you think, or
no?
Kennedy was quick to jump in and say no, but I reckon they were a lot of fun. I mean, obviously, I probably pushed a little bit too hard mid-race, and just those couple of mistakes cost me some time. But all in all, the truck does handle quite well around there on a road course. So I don't think it'd work at every road course, but I think the guys at iRacing have done a brilliant job to select this as part of the schedule. And of course, it does copycat the truck series. I believe they're going to be racing there on the 1st of September. So a brilliant racetrack for the trucks, and yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing a couple more.
Yeah, it was good fun. It started getting a little bit tight with about 5 to go, but they're good fun on the road course.
I will agree, they are good fun, but I prefer to turn left.
It definitely adds a spice into the racing. Now, I suppose, pack the trucks up into the transporters and jump over to Iowa Speedway. What do you reckon, boys? Ready for
I like
another bit
Iowa.
of short track?
I like Iowa. A lot of people don't like Iowa. It's a very, very tough track to find the right groove. So, having raced a couple of races there before, I might have a bit of an advantage, but probably not. I'm too slow anyway. So,
You're one step ahead of me, mate. I've never turned a lap at Iowa, so I'll have to get busy through the week and see if I can get this thing dialed in.
I'm not going to say publicly what the groove is. So we might talk later, Sam, man.
Deal.
You've just put a lot of expectation on yourself for next week now, Jay. Or
No,
just with
there's never any expectation on me, mate. There's
You should have done
there's
what
only
I
one
did, mate.
expectation, actually. Me and the fence is the usual one. So.
The quiet tip: if Jason Martin turns up, hook onto his bumper and go for it.
Yeah, that's right. He's quick at Iowa. He's a good driver. I think Seb's another driver that's good at Iowa. Our director. So Seb loves a bit of Iowa action.
That's yet to be seen.
Yeah, well, gets around with his 400 I rating. Poor Seb. Don't pick on Seb, boys.
No, because he can quickly mute you. That's why.
I probably already have been, haven't I?
Anyway, we might leave it there, boys. Thanks for popping in and having a chat afterwards for us.
Thanks,
No
boys.
worries, mate. Thanks very much.
I hope
Anyway,
it came across good.
We'll leave it there, guys. Thanks everyone for watching it. That was round 5 of the Sim Instruments Truck Series, brought to you by Sim Instruments and v8sonline Superstore. And your winner tonight was Pateri Kodavara.